Hi, I'm Claude.
And I'm Clint, and we're the Lamest Defenders. And on this week's episode, we review the newest episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier, which introduces a new Baron.
Red Baron?
No.
Baron Trump?
No.
Baron Zemo?
That's the one.
That's what Daddy likes.
Hi, Thanos. We're the Lamest Defenders.
I don't even know who you are.
We have a small but dedicated fan base.
Be sure to visit our sponsor at BaskervilleProductions.com. Hi, welcome back. So this week's episode revolves heavily around Zemo. We won't learn a lot about him and his character, so we're just going to talk about Zemo for a while.
Yeah.
So it starts off with Sam and Bucky going to see him in his prison in Berlin, and Zemo immediately starts trying the code on Bucky.
He's like dumb.
Like, I want to get out of here. So
my ass out.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny too because you see him in the shadows. I'm like, how awesome would it be to start if he's just taking it dump?
He's just pants his around. You just hear a toilet flush.
So come back in 5 minutes. Okay, come on in, Bucky.
If we directed it, that's exactly what would have happened. So, Bucky breaks him out, and what I feel is one of the laziest jail escape scenes, breakout scenes of all time. This is so incredibly lazy.
It was very generic.
He's telling Sam, like, "Oh, let's say I did this and did this and did this," and like, so one of the most dangerous men on the planet. There's like a guard, in charge of him, and it's just, where's the cameras? How it's like,
You would have thought that the guards would have immediately checked for him first.
Yeah.
Like this guy that caused this global war, basically. Started all this crap. United Nations killed. The head of the state. Yeah,
yeah, you're right. Yeah, blew up the UN, killed T'Chaka.
Yeah,
and then he just. Apologies if I'm pronouncing that wrong.
Bless you.
And then he. It's just like he broke the Avengers in half. It's like, just to get Gunther over there. He's fine. Like, it's no big deal. So the episode continues with Sam, Bucky, and Zemo going to his family estate, or one of them anyway. Like, we find out
hundreds of cars. And it's like private garage. He's like Jay Leno.
Yeah. Hey, I want to show you my car. Come on. So we find out that Zemo is from a royal family in Sokovia, and that he was a baron, which was amazing. He immediately has the iconic coat on.
Yeah,
too. Like, it just looks
animal
phenomenal.
print like up here. Yeah.
So he's rummaging through his cars, grabbing all his gear, and just so happens one of the cars has this purple mask. Who knows how old it is?
Dude, I like to assume that, like, for its backstory, he was like a gimp before. Like, it was like his pimp mask too, like his BDSM stuff. His duffel bag is a bunch of like ball gags and stuff.
A leather glove falls out. He's just like,
no, pardon me.
Would you like to go for a stroll in my rumpus? So we find out he's incredibly wealthy. We after that, it proceeds to a runway where we meet his butler,
Alfred,
who's been there for at least 5 years.
He's
just kind of hanging out in the family retainer, I guess. So that's cool.
Yeah.
But, he's got a jet that wasn't seized by any government or anything.
It was hidden in his garage.
Yeah. So it's just like, okay, fine, I can forgive this. Yeah, he's basically like an evil Bruce Wayne almost, which I absolutely love.
Yeah.
But so then they're on their way to
Madripoor.
And they're just bickering the whole time on the plane, and like Zemo is the only one who actually seems to understand American culture very well.
Yeah.
He's like, because they're as they're walking to Madripoor, it's like he's like, Sam's like, I can't be the only one looking like a pimp. He's like only you would think you look like a pimp. Like,
well-dressed black man.
Yeah, well-dressed man. You're fine. Trust
Yeah.
me. You have to stand out. So.
And it was funny too because around this time, like Bucky and Sam are starting to realize, like, damn it, like we bit off a lot more than we thought we could. Like with Zemo, because he's literally dictating everying they do, and they're just there for the ride, basically.
Yeah, and he is special forces. I mean, he knows how to handle himself.
Yeah.
Hand-to-hand combat. Man-to-man. Man-to-man, why not?
Hand-to-man.
That goes back to your gimp thing. So they're going to Madripoor, which looks so much like Night City from Cyberpunk. Like it is so advanced.
Yeah,
looking.
yeah.
Like, it looks ridiculous.
Yeah,
Like
it was cool.
yeah, it's like L.A. from the Blade Runner movies.
Yeah.
Then after they get into Night City, they try to find Selby, this underground crime boss. Well, they're all underground. Like it's just somehow the city's off the map.
Most isolated,
basically.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I don't know how you find whatever, but
just see Wolverine with his little cowboy hat in the background because he gets to he's patched there at the bar, like Madripoor back in the good comic.
But so then they meet Selby, and Zemo offers Winter Soldier because Bucky is betraying himself as Winter Soldier to earn this trust of this organization.
They're
and,
like, he doesn't have long hair anymore.
Yeah, they said like get a haircut. Like,
Yeah.
What do you care if you got a haircut? Anyway, so he offers him Winter Soldier, and all of a sudden Sam gets a call from his sister Sarah.
Yeah.
And Sylvie's is so incredulous. I was like, oh, you have a phone like in this day and age? So.
Plus, whenever you're first introduced to Selby, I immediately text him, "This is Ellen DeGeneres. Like she's been laying low, and she's been
Show got canceled.
She's got an accent now, and then she's just got
to make 11 somehow.
Yeah.
Sam gets a call from Sarah. She wants him to answer it, and then he tries to play it cool. And she outs him as she says Sam. He's like, "Who's Sam?
Yeah.
Shoot them all!" And then all of a sudden,
she gets hit in the boobie from a sniper.
Yeah, bullets start flying into this place.
Ellen, no!
From an undisclosed location, bullets just start flying into this place, and they escape. All of a sudden, a bounty goes on their head immediately, like instantaneously. It goes on, and okay, I guess there's a chip or something in her skull. I don't know, or her heart. And then as they're running away from Selby's, Ellen's, they are these goons are coming after him, and then they just get wiped out as well. Come to find out, it's Sharon Carter.
Thank God, everyone's favorite character from the movie. Is that everyone's like, "Oh, I can't wait till she returns." It's like, all right.
Who has been on the run from the United States government because she was involved with, evidently stealing a shield. Is a very big deal.
Oh yeah,
you cannot do that.
You're done, man. And wings.
And wings, yes, yeah. So yeah, she's been on the run for a long time just to help because she helped out Falcon and Captain America. Now she sells stolen art and artifacts in Madripoor. She has a very nice life, but she's constantly on the run, or else she's gonna die. So this is kind of like her off the grid moment. And while she's talking to Sam and Bucky. She asked Bucky if he still believes in all that stars and stripes nonsense, that BS basically, and it's possibly one of the worst character developments I've ever seen. Like she was in the CIA, she was in S.H.I.E.L.D., she knows it was Hydra, yet she blames the government, the United States,
related
the United
to Peggy,
States government and its people for what
founder
happened
of
to her.
S.H.I.E.L.D. was
just
Peggy, so it's just
Your aunt was the freaking one of the inventors that she discovered. It's awful. That just drove me crazy.
They had the chance to really kind of redeem her because she didn't have a lot of screen time in Civil War or Winter Soldier, and it was still everyone was hyped for her to return, and then you get this, and it's some backstory, but it just kind of just half baked, and it's just what was the point?
This has to be long con. This has to be a something is going to happen at the end. She was like, oh, I was a mole. I still work for Sword. Whatever now.
That's what I was thinking because towards the end she gets in I think it's a limo, but it's some car she gets in the back. So I don't know if those are or her business people that she has or private security or whatever. But it'd be interesting to see.
So but with that scene at her house, she says she's trying to find the scientist who created the super soldier serum, the new one.
Yeah.
And it leads to quite possibly the best scene in this entire episode with Sam, Bucky, and Zemo going to a club downstairs.
I don't know.
I guess
it's Madripoor. They write their own rules.
And we get Zemo just bopping it at a club, and it was phenomenal.
He's European. Great. He likes to dance. He likes the club music. So I thought that was pretty awesome.
It was great. It was to see him try to cut loose was phenomenal. I loved it so much. But then
Well, they eventually get, I guess, the information to
Yeah.
where the scientist is, and it's basically in a shipyard. And then they
Yeah.
go and they find this container. Basically, it's a secret door, the old classic secret door act. But my favorite part is, so they go in, so it's Bucky, Zemo, and Sam.
Yeah.
And they go in to find the scientist in this, this cargo area, and they just have Agent 13 guarding outside.
Yep.
So I just thought it was really funny because at that point a bunch of goons come out. There's probably 30.
Yeah,
30
it's
of
a
it.
lot.
And I'm like, they just have her out there to defend it. It was like that's
Yeah.
kind of a dick move on their point.
No guns, evidently.
Yeah.
That was kind of hard to. I know it's a comic book movie. I know we've got guys with magic hammers and sorcerers and all that stuff, but come on.
Yeah,
Give me a
I don't
break.
know. That was some heavy odds with that
Yeah.
super soldier serum.
Yeah,
flowing.
just give her weapons, just give her guns.
Yeah.
She clearly knows how to use them.
Yeah.
Give her a couple sidearms and an AR-15.
Right.
I would believe that at that
Yeah.
point, but no, we can't do that here.
So
We don't do that here.
I guess the less we say about the scientist in the little hidden cargo area, the better. Basically, he's just.
Yeah.
I really hated that entire scene with him. He's just. I don't know. The guy's acting was just
He reminded me of Jesse Eisenberg.
a little
He
bit.
was
Yeah.
Jesse Eisenberg in Batman v Superman.
Yes. So
where it
that's
was
obviously incredible.
So, yeah.
So.
It was so weird. This is a weird choice. That's a bold choice you took there, guy. But all right.
And then Zemo shoots him. I was like, score one for
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
And then.
'cause Zemo, that's his goal.
yeah.
He even said it earlier. It's I don't want to leave my work unfinished.
Yeah.
And he wants he wants basically Baron Mordo.
Yeah.
He wants no more wizards.
Yeah.
He's no more superheroes.
And
So,
then some asshole Carl with the RPG is like, what would be a good idea? Let's shoot the cargo thing. There's all these chemicals, so
Yeah,
immediately it
yeah.
blows up.
Yeah.
Zemo's running around like the Joker. He puts on his mask. He's like,
Yeah.
all right, time to kick some ass. And he
Yeah.
basically covers him. And you would think, I really like the idea that Zemo, you would think, just would escape by himself.
Yeah.
But he gets a car and he picks everyone up and
Yeah.
everything's great. And Sam's like, you're an asshole. Basically for doing all that.
yeah, how dare you help us?
Yeah.
And then they go to Latvia, and then Zemo explains how Sokovia, after the accident, was absorbed by other countries. So I love that line.
Yeah.
That little touches like that are what
World building.
we need that
Yeah.
more throughout this series. 'Cause
Yeah.
it explains so much. Oh, okay, that's why we don't know what's there anymore.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Boom.
Great. More of that, please.
Yeah. And then so this is the end of the episode, and Bucky's like, I'm going to go take a look. And everyone's like,
Yeah.
okay, whatever.
Okay, we're not, hunting some dangerous.
Yeah,
animal.
yeah.
All right, whatever. Yeah, you take 5.
I'm going to Mickey D's.
Yeah.
So then he sees just randomly, it's like little black balls. And,
Yeah.
Obviously he lived in Wakanda for a period of time. So he knows what they are. But I just thought it was funny that you just have all these little, it's like putting Skittles on the ground, trying to retrace your tracks.
Piece of candy.
Yeah. And then he's in an alley, and it's one of Black Panther's bodyguards. It wasn't a Okoye. But I just thought it was funny. She's just leaving basically anal beads around the city, and it's just, it's cool that she's here. But I would have liked to see Okoye just come back or somebody like that. That would have been neat. But it really ties into Civil War because the Wakandans want justice.
Sure, absolutely.
So,
No,
yeah.
they have a right to seek it now.
Yeah.
For sure. Especially now that Zemo's on the loose. Yeah.
So I wonder how they're going to accept. That should be a really good dynamic for episode 4, is just to see how Winter Soldier and Falcon kind of protect Zemo, because he's really their only lead at this point. He's led them to every progress that they've made. And then also in the episode you have U.S. Soldier basically trying to basically just follow those two because they're on the right path.
He's one step behind.
Yeah, so we're gonna see him probably
slowed
next
down
episode.
by bureaucracy.
Yeah. So overall, I liked this episode. I thought it was better than the previous 2.
Yeah.
Just because of Zemo, honestly.
Daniel Bruhl, he's awesome.
He rules.
He is-
Bruhl rules, baby. So I would honestly just because of him, I would give this episode probably honestly a 9.
I'm going to give it an 8. I'm going to give it an 8. It's better, like you said, it's better than last week's. Man, it's just so lazy sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just like, you have 6 hours. Like, don't rush through this so fast. Like, we can enjoy this.
Yeah.
Like, I want this to be a spy thriller, not just action. I don't know, like mind-numbing action. But
Right.
we're kind of getting that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Daniel Bruhl carried it. Sharon Carter bummed me out. It was such a disappointment to, like, her character.
She should have stayed on X.
They honestly, it's like they don't know who she is.
Yeah.
Like, it's so that really upset me.
And she's such a cool character in the comics too. Like
Yeah,
you would think they would,
18-13.
yeah, give her more justice here. But
Yeah.
Anyway, that's our review for episode 3 for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Catch us for next week's episode, which will be episode 4.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens there. And thanks for watching.
Thanks so much. Stay lame.
Bye. Selby, yep.
Hell yeah, don't ever question me again on camera.